Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Cross post: how do I cope with a didn't see it coming situation? Need support. TLDR on bottom. First off, thank you to everyone on this sub and their advice. Me, 39 meters, and my fiancé, 30F, have been dating for 2 years and have lived together for a year and a half. I proposed to her on May 12, 2021. We met on Match.com and life was amazing, starting with our first date. After dating for 6 months, we moved into a brand new apartment to start an amazing life with 2 very sweet kitties. Her family and my family are awesome and get along well. Everyone was pumped for the wedding. I work in college education and she is studying for her registered nursing exam. We were ready to have a baby by 2023, and the parents couldn't be any happier for us. We have already visited multiple wedding venues in multiple cities and decided that we were ready for this and a baby. In fact, we started purchasing baby clothes and teething toys in anticipation. Here's where things get tricky. At the beginning of our relationship, we decided not to have kids and I was cool with it. She wanted to finish school, get a job, and then we would vacation. However, as this second year passed, she changed her mind and did want to have a baby, and I said if that's what she wanted, I'm down for it. She secretly took this type of answer to mean I really didn't want kids, but after that statement I did participate in the baby clothes and toys purchases, and I would even comment on how her friends' babies were cute and such. All indicators that I am down for a future dad bod with a hot mom. I thought we were on track with our future plans. I was wrong. My fiancé doesn't participate in any social media and isn't addicted to her phone like a lot of people are, myself included. I admired this about her. But at the end of nursing school, I noticed she was using her phone more to text. More than ever actually. She told me it was other nursing students and they were all preparing for nursing exams. That's cool with me. However, I noticed she started laughing and smiling at her phone a lot. She also started mentioning a guy's name to me and to her family. I caught these 2 red flags immediately, but kept it to myself because I thought I was just being jealous. June 19th was D-Day. She left for work and forgot her cell phone. Using those 2 red flags as justification to check her phone, I found messages confirming my worst nightmare. My best friend and partner in crime was sleeping with the guy from her class. My heart sank and broke. I drove to her work, called her out to the parking lot and told her I wouldn't be there when she returned. She immediately left work, and followed me home and tried to stop me from packing my things. I had to call her family to pull her off of me. She's been reaching out to me and she is a mess. She can barely talk without crying. I told her she's only asking for forgiveness because she got caught, and she stated that she did want to tell me, but the other guy didn't want me to know because he has 3 kids and didn't want me to mess up his life somehow. My question is this: she seems extremely remorseful, but do you believe she wanted to tell me? She says she didn't feel like we were on the same page with the wedding and the kids, but I'm pretty sure I showed that we were on the same page. Her family is making excuses for her behavior so that I will come back, but I don't know. What would you do? TLDR, was planning a wedding and a baby with fiancé until I found texts in her phone to a man she was sleeping with. Didn't see it coming. She's using all the excuses out of the cheater's playbook. Her excuses for not telling you don't even matter. She willingly went and had an affair with a married man. Him telling her not to tell you because consequences is also bullshit. She had no intention of telling you. Why would she? She failed the GF test, nevertheless the fiancé won. Do you think she'd be more invested in you than her AP if he hadn't been married with kids? And think about that, not only is she responsible for making the decisions that lead to the destruction of your relationship, she's complicit in risking the destruction of a family. I really don't see anything worth saving. You have less time invested in this relationship that it will take to recover from this, 2 to 5 years. Only about 1 in 5 at best make it back to a happy relationship after infidelity. Do yourself and your future kids a favor and pass on this. If she cheats in the easy honeymoon stage, what's going to happen when life really gets hard? Like a newborn or two. Only pain lies ahead for you here. Cut your losses and move on. So a healthcare professional trades body fluids with someone outside of your relationship during a global pandemic, where others in the profession are dying every day, and then comes home and sleeps with you. That's attempted murder. Please stop loading the gun and allowing her to play Russian roulette with it pointed at your head. Hyperbolic, I know, seriously, don't look back. She seems extremely remorseful, but do you believe she wanted to tell me? No. She is not being remorseful, she regrets getting caught. Do you think she would have come clean to you if not caught? Not married, no kids, get out now. You don't want to get into a marriage where you have to police your wife/so. Dating/engagement is a preview of what marriage looks like. So you know now. Just remember, there is no excuse for cheating. Same page, not same page. It doesn't matter. And would she be a mess if you didn't catch her? No, she might still be happily screwing this guy. And the guy has 3 kids. She just sinks lower and lower. Run, grasshopper, run. She did want to tell me, but the other guy didn't want me to know because he has 3 kids and didn't want me to mess up his life somehow. She made a conscious decision to hurt you more, despite supposedly wanting not to, in order to protect her AP's feelings, and she thinks that this is somehow a good excuse for not ending that relationship sooner. She was hurting you to protect him. I'm not sure I understand how that equates to her wanting to tell you at all. Why are you justifying her betrayal? There is absolutely no justification for cheating, ever. Not even they cheated on me, so I cheated on them. She broke your trust and chose to seek her jollies from another man. Do not blame yourself for her actions and do not justify her actions to yourself or anyone else. As others have said, she failed the partner test, didn't even make it to the fiancé stage. Leave with your head held high and don't pay this woman any more of your attention, she isn't worth your time. Why in the world are you even considering anything besides cutting her off forever? She wanted to tell you? How is that better by her telling you? Did that solve anything? How about communicating her concerns instead of starting an affair with a married man? How did that solve anything, and how would you ever forgive this? Things only get harder from here. What will she do next time you'll have conflict? Sleep with another man rather than communicate. Zero chance of success here, and she's awful for even suggesting telling you would have solved anything. She prioritized her other woman status and the cheating husband over you. I wanted to tell you but didn't want to hurt the cheating husband. What? He matters more than you? If you can find out who he is, tell the wife. She deserves to know. After that, cut her and her family out. They are terrible and have no concept of appropriate behavior if they're trying to justify it and get you to take her back. You can never find happiness while with her. Probably the Hollywood-esque concept of relationships of love conquers all, see no evil monkey. I would leave, and so should you. Why would it stop her from telling you if that was your fiancé? Why would it matter what her boyfriend thought? And by the by, tell this asshole's wife. This is not your fault. She is victim blaming/blame shifting. Then she throws in some gaslighting for good measure. She got scared about this issue. Sure, that is a likely candidate as a tidbit of truth, but instead of doing the honorable thing of talking over the issues with you and deciding to either stay in the relationship or leave, she instead chooses herself and screws a classmate to make herself feel better and hide from the real issue. The truth is, the real issues don't matter anymore. They are real but not even on the same scale. Let's see if I can use a scale that makes sense. Normal relationship issues are rated on a 1 to 100 scale. Her arguments/issues may be rated a 40 or 50 on that scale. Her cheating ranks at 9001. Her throwing those issues out now is like you being upset at her for killing one of your parents and she says, "But you took my last chocolate candy." It is a false comparison, and don't get sucked into that game. Please don't misunderstand me. Reconciliation is possible with infidelity, but it takes the cheater facing all the ugliness that is inside of them. It takes a willingness to admit their actions were completely wrong and that there is no excuse for what happened. No one wants to be the bad guy in the story, but unless a cheater is willing to face the fact that they made themselves into the bad guy for this chapter, there can be no healing. Honestly, my recommendation is to go no contact for 6 months and tell her you'd like her to take the time to get her SHT together. Tell her she needs to get into therapy with an infidelity specialist. Don't take responsibility, just inform. Schedule a day to talk after the 6 months. Get yourself into therapy in the meantime. It is too fresh and painful right now to make a clear decision. Get away from it and take care of yourself until you are in a healthy place to make decisions. Good luck. As far as advice going forward, practice Grey Rock and 180. Start reading Chump Lady and other books. Start here. Read The Body Keeps the Score, Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life, and Cheating in a Nutshell. Find outlets for your emotional energy, working out, yoga, journaling, new hobbies, etc. Something to minimize the moments alone that you cry until there are no more tears. She will gaslight and you tell you it was a mistake. What she did was choose to do everything. She chose to get close to this man. She chose to blow up your relationship. She chose to blow up his. She chose to remove her clothes. She chose to have sex. What she did is deliberate. These were all her choices. This is what you tell her family. Her choices did this. Not you. So, not being on the same page, if that's what was even happening, gave her an excuse to cheat. Yeah, no. When you're not on the same page, you either 1. Talk about it to resolve, or 2. Break up. Nowhere in there is a third option to cheat. She made a series of decisions over a period of time. She had several opportunities to stop herself, and to come clean. But she didn't. She screams of insecurity and not knowing what she wants. In a year, she flip-flopped on wanting kids, which is not unusual, but it's not a decision to take lightly. She's 30. She has many years left before her clock runs out, and I suspect she doesn't know how she really feels about it and is fighting the biological pull. I'm 37F, child-free, and have experienced all of this when making my decision, but I never cheated. And what better justification to use for betraying your partner than this one? She failed the wife test. Dating is where you get to test drive someone before committing to a life with them. She has shown you she's incapable of communicating, honesty, and being trustworthy. None of this is marriage material, so unless you want to be divorced in a few years with kids to support that you may not have even wanted, I recommend sticking to your guns and walking. It sucks. It hurts. It's not what any BS wants, but there's enough of us on here to support that reconciliation when you have no kids. No marriage is just not worth what's to come. Your words hit hard. She did fail the wife test. I literally can't imagine my cheating bride walking down the aisle to meet me at the altar. Forget that. I'm not a chump. Her family has been using her confused mental state as a reason for us to save the engagement, but why would I want to be with someone who is confused and then cheats? And why would I want to worry about this happening again in the future with a little baby in tow? You're right. Thank you so much. She probably changed her mind on kids because her AP had 3 already. She just adopted his opinion as her own. That's insightful and frightening. Or she could have been laying the ground in case she got pregnant by him. Too many guys wind up sending someone else's child to college, only to later find it's not his DNA. You have dodged a bullet. Because right now, even if she were to pop up pregnant, she has given you the right to ask for a paternity test. The confusion excuse is as old as time. And it's not that it's not true. These people probably legitimately are confused about what they want and who they want to be, but it's not a free pass to hurt people, and someone who knows what they want does not need to be their guinea pig. My cheating ex has mental health issues that are so obvious. His people-pleasing nature and lack of self-esteem created a monster who has no idea who he is or what he wants, just what others want for him or what he feels he should do. His depression takes him to sad places and self-destructive behaviors, which includes cheating and alcohol. His family is a big part of why, just like your girlfriend's family is minimizing what she did and defending her. You sound like you know what you want to and should do. Just follow through. Don't let someone show you twice they don't want you. I do know what I should do, I'm just having trouble. We should not be together. It's hard to say those words. She hasn't heard me say them since I moved out on Saturday. It is hard, man. Been there myself. It was the best decision I could have made. As a side note, the medical field as well as law enforcement is rife with infidelity. She is studying to be a nurse. Already cheating. Least I know now. You forgot firefighters. Post 9/11 was crazy with firefighters upgrading for fallen firefighters' widows and deserting their own families. It was sponsored by the NYFD, who was sending firefighters to console the widows, and they went above and beyond the call of duty. Jesus Christ, WTF. Tell your ex-fiancé to confess her cheating to OM's wife and dump her ass off after that. He's not married, but he has 3 kids. I'm not sure how he thought I would mess up his life. But why is she protecting him and not me? I'm only 3 months out, after walking away and trying to reconcile a year before that. You'll get clarity too, but need to be away from the sources of toxicity first. You'll soon see that people who cheat all follow the same script and similarities. Very, very few are exceptions and are capable or willing to reconcile properly. Don't make excuses for her. You can armchair diagnose her with all kinds of personality issues or mental health problems, but that's on her to manage. Nothing excuses the fact she willingly irreparably hurt you, to feel good about herself momentarily. Trust is the foundation to any relationship, let alone a romantic one. Thank you. You're putting the nail in the coffin for me. You're not going to believe this, she is texting me right now, begging for me to come back. She is crying on the phone, and saying I can track her and check her phone every day, but she has feelings for the guy. WTF. Was she crying when she was having sex with this guy? Probably not. She wasn't thinking of you when she took those many steps to cheat, and at any point could have walked away. She chose not to. Her family is making excuses. What if you were the cheater? She couldn't be faithful to you while you're engaged. Why would she be in a marriage? It's extremely hard to get back the trust that she shattered in you. Move on and don't allow this kind of person in your life. If she was having issues, then she is an adult who could have came to you and had an open and honest conversation with you. Instead, she chose to have sex with another man. She doesn't sound mature enough to have a child or marriage. Her family says she has some immature communication issues. So I should just bring those issues on me and forgive the cheating? I think the family has issues too. Update: how do I deal with a didn't see it coming situation? Advice: TLDR, juicy details on why my former fiancé cheated, including communication issues with her mom. Original post. Okay, my wonderfully supporting peeps. Bear with me. I know that not a single one of you supported reconciliation, but I did speak to her via the phone because I needed to know it wasn't my fault, even though I knew it wasn't my fault. I wanted her to say it. The last post had 311 comments, and we're all in this together now. Here's what I learned: not all of it is new, but connecting the dots is new. My former fiancé has communications issues with her mom, who suffers from bipolar disorder. As a child and as an adult, a primary source of love for her has been unreliable in the communication my fiancé needed to feel love and safety from her mother. So my former fiancé abandoned the mother/daughtership several times. Her ability to communicate her needs wasn't being developed because of this back and forth, inconsistent relationship with her mom. Now, how did this affect our relationship? My former fiancé says she projected her negative feelings about communication onto me since I became a primary source of love, and as things got more serious, wedding and baby planning, she abandoned ship by cheating. Yes, I know. It doesn't justify the cheating, but at least I know she was at fault for not fixing her communication issues years ago. She said this a relationship issue for her. This is the reason she wants couples therapy. Now check this out, her and I go lease a very nice luxury apartment. I'm not flexing, just letting you know what's at stake. I worked hard for this apartment and I put down lots of deposits and fees to get us in there. I pay all the bills and she only pays her half of the rent. I moved out because I was so upset. I now stay 45 minutes away from my work and it's a two-way drive every day. If she messed up, why does she get to stay there? That's my place too and I deserve it. But how do I deal with a joint lease? She says she desperately wants me back. Cue the comments about me being used for cash. She's willing to do whatever it takes, including me being the relationship police, setting the rules, and sleeping on the couch. She wants to start couples therapy, paid for her by her brother, starting this weekend. Here's some more interesting tidbits that may cause you to spit out your coffee. This is the best relationship she has ever had. She has never depended on a man, except for me. She doesn't love me as much as she used to, but wants to. She is nervous about sleeping in the same bed. My ability to speak and make points clearly makes her think I am up to something. She has feelings for AP like a friend. So the last post had 0 supporters for sticking through this. How many naysayers do I still have? In my close group of personal friends, only 2 have supported getting back together. Do not listen to her lies. If she only has feelings as a friend for the app, why was she ducking him? Let me guess, she couldn't tell him no. Kick her out of the apartment and go no contact. The fact that your fiancé continues to shift blame and gaslight you is beyond me. People here are not ready for reconciliation because they've already watched that movie many times in their own lives and are now familiar with how the ending will always be. So there is a valid reason for that. Your fiancé deserves a second chance. And that second chance will be with someone other than you for her next relationship. The word reconciliation is being overused like the word refund. She does have issues with herself and she has her own demons to deal with, but whatever therapy she is going to currently will help her in the next relationship because the current one is damaged beyond trust and repair. You deserve a relationship that is never adulterated by infidelity. And she must understand that and wish the best for your future, even if you are leaving her and going to be with someone else in the future. This just reeks of a woman who sees you as a walking ATM machine to finance her lifestyle. This is the best relationship she has ever had. Then why was she ducking another guy? Why doesn't she love you as much as she used to, whatever the duck that means? If this is the best relationship she's ever been in and she's willing to throw it away to duck someone in her class, what does that tell you about how much she will ever value your relationship? She is nervous about sleeping in the same bed. Yet she had no qualms about crawling into bed with AP to duck him. My ability to speak and make points clearly makes her think I am up to something. Then why in the hell do you want to chain yourself in a legally binding marital relationship, or any relationship, to someone who is crazy? This is not a healthy mentality to believe clear communication is inherently suspicious. She has feelings for AP like a friend. Oh. A friend that she just happens to be ducking. How convenient. Mark my words, she is trying to set this up so that she can stay in contact with him just as a friend, but will be using that pretense to eventually start ducking him again. It's crystal clear to everyone here that she wants you back so you'll keep paying the bills. Meanwhile, she will be denying you any real intimacy under the guise of trying to heal, while at the same time stoking her friendship with the AP so she can eventually monkey branch to him or keep ducking him on the side. Cut your losses and get this toxic mess out of your life. This situation is so toxic. Run away and save yourself. You deserve much better. See a lawyer about your living arrangements. Don't go to couples therapy so someone can help her shift the blame to you so you both come to the table. If she admits she's the broken one, then she needs to do individual counseling before any relationship counseling would be worth your time. How do you get her out of your apartment? Tell her you need space, and if she doesn't leave, then it's over. Non-negotiable. Whether you want back with her or not, let her surf her brother's couch while you put your feet up without her in your face while you figure out what you want. That's a good idea. I agree with this. It's hard to think clearly while they are hovering. Give her a dose of reality and kick her out. She has never depended on a man, except for me. She doesn't love me as much as she used to, but wants to. Please be careful. Talk to her about what she means by this. How exactly does she depend on you, and is it healthy? A couple should be strong individuals that improve and support one another. What do you value and love about each other, and are you really compatible? Of course I want a happy ending for you, but please be careful. This is great advice. I need to think about whether we're truly compatible. Nervous to sleep in the same bed? So she feels like it would be cheating on the AP to be in bed with you. I came to this conclusion because A, she doesn't love you like she used to. B, she still has feelings for the AP. As a friend, right, so not wanting to cut him out. She keeps handing you reasons to leave her. So, take her generous offer and split. Sorry brother. I'm as pro at staying together as anyone. But no. If you can be roommates, fine. She is absolutely not a good candidate for a relationship. Maybe years down the road. But that's just ridiculous. You asked her directly what's up when she was on her phone and she lied straight to your face. And she is still lying. If you weren't a status upgrade, she would be gone. Don't spend years learning this lesson. Tell her if she wants you back, she moves out to give you space. Make it a condition to you considering reconciliation. That way, when you finally realize you don't want to reconcile, she's already moved out. She's only remorseful cause shit was discovered. If you hadn't uncovered it, it would still be going on. She lied and deceived you for how long? How many times was she able to have her AP stick in her mouth and then come home and kiss you without a second thought? I support you in whatever you choose, but think carefully. She's only sorry cause she got caught. Forget her and her stupidity. You will find better. Tell her that you either want the apartment or you want your name off the lease. She sounds like a mental defective, you need her like a new hole in your head. No amount of apology will make this any better. Buddy divorced his wife after her affair. She too said it was a terrible mistake. He told her that the only mistake made was their wedding. She spent a few years trying to convince him to come back. The one thing she wanted most in the world was a child. She had a nervous breakdown after she ran into him with his new wife and child. Sweet revenge. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.